we're back at the AAPOR conference with Michael Link of the
Nielsen
Company now. He used to be somewhere else. Also the conference chair of this conference that is about to begin.
Yes, indeed.
So my questions are, for somebody who is just tuning into this, who knows nothing about AAPOR, what is AAPOR? Who comes here? What's this conference about?
Well, AAPOR is the annual gathering of the largest group of survey researchers, not just in the country, but really in the world, bringing folks internationally in the focus on public opinion polling, survey research, data collection in general. This conference, we're in the 64th annual conference, the longest running, I do believe, for our industry. Two key things really strike me. This is actually my 20th year at AAPOR. My 20th year as a member of AAPOR and attending the conference, and I'm really struck by two things. One is the sense of camaraderie. This is a place where you develop friendships that go even beyond just the industry, and you maintain those. But then also, this is the place where we learn. This is the place where we share information. The latest science gets released here in terms of what's going on in the survey field, and a lot of the debates that push our industry forward are had here, and you're going to see that at this conference this year.
My readers are going to see a lot about there are at least 8 or 9 different pre-election poll sessions, and I think I could spend every minute of time interviewing folks from that and not get to anything else. We're going to do a lot of it, but what else is interesting here? What you've seen and reviewed a lot of the abstracts for the papers. What are you looking forward to seeing?
Well, there are a number of new areas. Just in terms of survey research in general, there's been a major focus on the cell phone only issue, what's cuts across political polling as well. But the new twist this year on this is the adoption of 4 panels on address-based sampling, which is a very different way of addressing the potential cell phone issue, and actually opens up a whole new area of potential survey research and direction. So there is that. We're focused on a number of cross-cultural issues. Again, as I mentioned before, we have a number of international folks that come, but the diversity of the U.S. really demands now that we wind up focusing not just on the same models or designs we've used in the past, but how are we going to handle this growing diversity where folks interact with pollsters in a very different way depending on which culture you come from. Okay. So there are those various sort of topics. And there's also a number of online types of topics, not just online surveys, but the non-probability based things.
I wanted to ask you about that because I've been an active member of AAPOR, and I know there is no agreed upon philosophy of surveys that all AAPOR members agree on. But if I had to wager on one that I thought that the vast majority would agree on, it's that the probability sample, the random sample, is sort of the root standard that we shouldn't move away from. And there are a number of panels looking at opt-in panels in a lot of different ways. Is that a departure? What's your thought about that?
Not so much a departure as the evolution, I think, of the discipline itself. And one of the things, it's the prime focus of the plenary this evening, that we have 2 speakers, Ken Pruitt from Columbia and Paul Donato from Nielsen, who actually focus on that very topic of how technology has changed, the world has changed, society has changed. Does AAPOR need to change? And embrace these various different approaches to data collection. Certainly with AAPOR, I think it's the high standard. I don't think it's necessarily the adoption of a particular approach, but it's the maintaining of high standard for the collection of information and transparency in data collection. And I think that's going to wind up being the key. But you're going to see here, again, a number of our scientists are focused now on the use of online opt-in panels and how might those fit into the kind of toolbox that we have as survey researchers.
Well, we are looking forward to trying to bring as much of it as we can to our internet audience. So
excellent. Well, we're glad to have you here covering this. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
All right.